Hello and welcome to the daily Forex report for March 15th. We're looking at the US-Japanese yen pair. This pair closed down, did surge higher though, broke the previous session's high, closed lower. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 84.48, possibly as low as 82.95. Look for some resistance around 84.16 and look for some support around 83.15. Now the Euro-USD pair, this pair surged to the upside today, did break the previous session's low, however. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 131.82, possibly as low as 129.28. Look for some resistance around 131.15 and look for some support around 129.75. Now the pound US dollar pair, this pair surged to the upside. Look for this pair to potentially go as high as 158.16, possibly as low as 155.68. Look for some resistance around 157.50 and look for some support around 156.05. Now the US Swiss, this pair closed down, did break the previous session's high, but just by a little bit, closed lower. Hasn't broken a trend line here. If you draw a trend line there, it has not broken below it. So we are still looking for it to go up to 0.9388, possibly as low as 0.9114. Look for some resistance around 0.9330 and look for some support around 0.9200. Now, as far as news announcements go, we do have a couple of news announcements tomorrow. We have the Consumer Price Index for February being released at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Consensus on that one is that it's going to hold at 2.9%. Now, we also have the University of Michigan's confidence report being released at 9:55 a.m. Eastern. Consensus on that is that it's edged just a little bit higher from 75.3 to 75.6, which of course would be good news for the US dollar. Now, as far as what I'm looking at, if you go to the pound US dollar pair, you can see that today it did break the previous session's low. Overall, it's moving sideways, consolidating down to some degree. If we back out even further, you can see that we have been kind of moving sideways long term too. Overall, we did break this heavy area of support or strong area of support, came down but did bounce off of that. If we draw a trend line here, you can see it lines up pretty nicely. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 points here in this trend line. And that would be a great place that if it breaks through that, you could look for it to continue lower. Now, we do have trend line there off of these three highs. So we have consolidating, and it is consolidating down. If it moves in either direction, as we talked about previously, we're looking to basically go long up to this area around the 1.81 or 1.5810 mark, then looking for it to come down if it moves to the downside around 1.5625, maybe a little bit lower than that, and we could see it even go lower. So definitely look for that breakout to occur over the next session or two. You can see we've had a fairly, the range of this sideways action, if you go from high to low there, about 143 pips from the open of today's session, about 20 pips to the upside, about 66 to the downside before breaking either one of these lines. I definitely could see this happening within the next, within this session, breaking through. Well, I hope that helps, and until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.